Live on YouTube.
Live everywhere. Hi guys.
YouTube. How do you know we're live?
How you doing? Oh my god, I'm so shiny in this camera.
Shiny. How's everybody doing this evening? Let's go live up here. We're not live yet.
So this is our first live stream on YouTube. So I'm very excited. This is our first time. So if you're watching us on our regular Keto Everyday page on Facebook, try clicking on the one on YouTube that I posted, and let's see.
I think that's the only way they will be able to see it, right?
Well, yeah, because they can also see yours.
Yeah, on my regular.
So if you're seeing us through Vaughn's page and you see the other link, please go here so we can know that this is working and that we're able to actually utilize this new tool.
Listen, the important part is you guys are watching us.
Yeah, we're very excited just because we're just using these new tools.
Tools everywhere.
I actually like my camera better on the
phone.
On the phone.
I think it's amazing. Yeah. I think I look awesome. How about you guys?
Yeah.
Everybody out there, Tara, how you doing? Good evening.
Hey, Tara.
We are trying a couple different platforms here. We have our YouTube channel up and running, and we have that streaming live on our Keto Everyday page.
This is a little tricky because we had never done it before.
Let's see if it's even on there doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Let's see.
But guys, what we want to do tonight is bring just a little bit of knowledge to you on how to optimize your experience, right? So, we have this amazing product, this amazing tool that helps you make so many shifts, right? And what we're going to do is just kind of explain to you guys how that actually works and what you can do to optimize that experience every day, right? So, Daniela, if you want to introduce yourself, let everybody know.
Okay, guys, my name is Daniela Llanes. I'm your keto coach, and I'm very happy to see you and to see that you're tuning in. And also, I'm very excited because I've been working a lot on these little thumbnails, and it's a lot of work. Experience. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. Yeah. So today was nice, and we have one viewer on the YouTube channel. Hi.
Say something, guys, if you are typing in on the YouTube channel. If you're coming in, I'm not sure if you're able to type in anything from the Keto Everyday page. So it's on the Keto Everyday and it comes up here on the YouTube.
I don't know.
The best thing about this, guys, is we grow together, right? So that's the amazing part. As we learn, you guys are learning. As we learn this new technology and how we can bring out more information on what it is that we do and how we're able to change so many people's lives every day, we get to grow with you. So
for sure. So if you're watching us anywhere, it doesn't matter which platform you're watching us from, just let us know where you're coming from. And if you're watching us live, put number 1 and put the city you're coming from right now so that we know and we can say hi to you. We also run these awesome raffles on Fridays and we give away some cool stuff. So if you do comment and share, we will put you in that raffle and we'll be giving something away this Friday for sure.
And what are you giving away this Friday?
We'll give away 5-day ketones so that you can try and, we'll see what else. Maybe something else?
I don't ever know, guys. I don't do the giveaways. I'm just here for moral support when it comes to the giveaways. We appreciate you guys for jumping on, though. And like she said, if you guys just drop where you're coming in from, that would be amazing. We appreciate each and every one of you. And what we're going to do tonight, guys, is we're going to actually teach you how to optimize your experience. So maybe we've had a lot of people that have joined us lately on this keto journey. Not necessarily the ketogenic diet, but the ketogenic journey through the exogenous ketones that we have that have been having amazing experiences, right? And what we want to do is be able to optimize those experiences for each and every one of you. So if you want to get right into it, I'm Vaughn Hendricks, by the way, Keto Jesus, coming in from the Keto Kitchen, Keto Everyday here in Boynton Beach, Florida. So we can get this party started.
Okay, let's do it.
We're running a little bit late. Well, I guess this isn't late for us.
It is really late.
If any of you guys know us, this really isn't late for us.
It is really late. Let us know where you're tuning in from, please.
Absolutely.
Oh, we have some people from Boynton Beach.
Nice.
Yay, so like us.
If you're local, right? and you're here in Boynton Beach, tomorrow night we do these KLPs every Wednesday night. Let us know that you're interested in the KLP. You guys have probably seen us go live from there before. We have people come in from all over the place, sharing the stories and journeys that they're on right now. And what they do is they bring people with them because they've had such a great experience. The experiences that they're having is literally life-changing on a lot of levels. So we're able to do that. We're able to invite more people in. So if you guys are interested, you're local, Palm Beach, Broward, we have people come from Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, so they drive an hour to get here. Miami. Just a great experience, community. A lot of people don't know each other. They get here and we get to meet good people. We get to share experiences and just continue to create this ripple effect where we can help people, as many people as possible. So KLP, Keto Life Party, tomorrow night, 7:30 here in Boynton Beach. So you guys are more than welcome to come out to that. For sure. What up, Troy? So you guys are more than welcome to come out to that. And again, appreciate each and every one of you coming on. So I want to jump right in and just kind of go over a little bit about, the exogenous ketones. And if you guys are just getting started on those exogenous ketones, maybe, how you should start out taking them and then how we can optimize that experience throughout your journey. So what would you recommend, Daniela, for starting their journey? Maybe some people should start a little bit slower than others and go from there.
Okay, so we always tell everyone that, just listen to their bodies. So what we recommend the first week is to start with 1 serving of ketones during the morning when they wake up or whenever they usually take their first cup of coffee, and just substitute that coffee for that ketone drink. And some people say, oh, well, I can't be without coffee, so I have to have my coffee. So then we tell them just fit it where it fits in your lifestyle. So it could be midday, and that could be a good time to drink it as well. For me, personally, when I started until now, I always drink my ketones in the morning. So I wake up, I drink a bottle of water like this, and then I get my electrolytes, and then I drink my first serving of ketones, and I drink it on my way to work. And then around 3 o'clock, I drink my second dose because I'm already been on this journey for a year, and I love it. I feel great. I feel amazing. They've helped me so much with, changing my lifestyle, going in a different direction with the way I used to eat. So I feel great. And that's what we usually recommend people. Start in the morning with your first serving of ketones, and then by the second week.
And if you're a little bit sensitive, right? Like some people are a little bit sensitive to certain things. You might want to start with half a pack in the morning. So maybe start with half a pack in the morning and do half a pack in the afternoon. If you're somebody that seems super sensitive to certain things, perfumes, things of that nature, then you might want to start a little bit slower. Or maybe you had a full serving one day and you're getting a little bit of like, your stomach's a little bit growling and things like that. It's just your body adapting to the new fuel source. So if you need to start a little bit slower, start a little bit slower. But Daniela was right. Definitely start out with about 12 to 16 ounces of water first thing in the morning. We all wake up dehydrated. I don't care if you're drinking ketones or not. You should, first thing in the morning when you get up, before a cup of coffee, before anything, you should start with a bottle of water, glass of water. The electrolytes are really, really important, guys. These electrolytes are amazing to help keep you hydrated, to help the minerals stay in your system. So we have an amazing electrolyte here. If you guys don't have this amazing electrolyte to be able to utilize, pink Himalayan sea salt is going to be one of your best friends, guys. Before we had the electrolytes, I would use this. I would put maybe about 1/8 of a teaspoon in a cup of water, and I would shoot it down first thing in the morning. Don't be afraid to use this on all your foods. Season all your foods with pink Himalayan sea salt. The minerals in here are great. So it's going to help you with the hydration portion and keeping that up. So that's super important, guys. Anytime you're in a state of ketosis, whether it's through the diet-wise or whether it's through the exogenous ketones, it is a natural diuretic, so it's going to flush you out a little bit more. You're going to find out where you're peeing a little bit more. So uptake the water intake throughout the day, too. Not just in the morning and with your ketones. And what I would suggest is, even if you're a coffee drinker, go ahead and I'm going to grab the charger. I don't know. You might want to go ahead and just skip that cup of coffee. Try it, right? You're on this journey for a reason. You're on this journey because you want to make a change. And what you're going to find out is throughout this journey, whether it's right now or it's 10 or 20 or 30 days down the road, you're not going to drink as much coffee. You might quit the coffee altogether. So try that for a couple of days, because what you're going to find out is this fuel source is going to be so amazing that you're not even going to need that coffee. So first thing in the morning when you wake up, that's how I utilize it. Again, there's no right or wrong way. Find out the time of day for you that it's going to work. But what I also say is first thing in the morning, and then listen to your body. You're going to become very in tune with your body. And you might be asking yourself right now, well, what does that mean? Listen to my body. Eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. It's pretty simple. Say it again. Eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. So what that means is when you go ahead and drink this first thing in the morning, what's going to happen is you are going to go ahead and give yourself a fuel source. So now you may not eat your first meal until maybe 10 or 12 o'clock, maybe even 1 o'clock, all depending on who you are and how your body adapts, right? So that's one of the most important parts of optimizing this. Don't try to make too many switches in the very beginning. We get a lot of people that want to jump straight in. And, you know, if I'm doing keto, that must mean I got to do the ketogenic diet. That must mean I got to cut out all my carbs. That must mean I got to worry about taking in all this fat. That must mean I got to get a carb manager. That means I got to start tracking everything. Listen, there's no quicker way to fail than everything that I just said right there. That's the quickest way to set yourself up for failure. What you want to do is you want to trust this process and follow this journey. Okay, this is a journey. Your journey is going to be different than my journey. Daniela's journey is going to be different than your journey. So trust the process. Every phone call I have with people, we set up goals. Okay, what are your goals and how fast do you want to achieve them? I had a gentleman tell me today he wanted to lose 70 pounds. I said, amazing. How fast do you want to do that? He said, I'd like to do it by Christmas. I said, okay, we can achieve those goals. This is what we're going to do. We're going to trust the process. We're going to utilize the drink, okay, as the amazing tool. And that amazing tool is going to help you stop craving those carbs and sugars. So that's how this drink is going to start. It's continuous brain fuel, guys. So you got to switch this first. So I told him that's perfectly fine. We're going to do that. We're going to start working him into intermittent fasting. He wanted to try some intermittent fasting. I said, no problem. Sounds good. Sounds like you're committed to do that. So this journey is going to work for you. So we started him out with a drink first thing in the morning. Continue. I told him his first meal is going to be between 12 and 1 o'clock, maybe even 2 o'clock, depending on where he's at. Drink this first thing in the morning. He's going to skip his coffee altogether too. So he's going to do some intermittent eating is what I like to call it. It's not even really intermittent fasting. It's going to be intermittent eating. So he's going to skip his coffee in the morning. He's going to drink this ketone. He's going to give himself a fuel source. He's going to stay in a fasted state until he eats between 12 and 2 o'clock. That's going to be huge alone. The next thing you want to do, start cutting out all of your sodas, guys. If you're drinking sodas out there, diet sodas, even Gatorades, Powerades, things of that nature, start cutting all that out. And if you're drinking any Monsters, Red Bulls, or anything like that, you should have been cutting that out.
Definitely cut it.
So cut that out and lower the amount of sugars. Don't worry about the carbs so much right now. We're going to start to reduce those as the month goes by. And then what we're going to do from that point forward is we're not going to be afraid of fats, but we're not going to worry about how many fats that we're taking in. We're not going to count our macros to be like, okay, I need 70% fats. I need 5 to 10% carbs. I need this many. We're not going to do that. There is going to be a shift where we get into those things, but in the beginning, we're not going to do that. We're going to trust the process. There's an adaptation phase that's going to happen with this, right? So what happens is your body needs to adapt to the new fuel source that you're giving it. Ketones are a fuel source. So once we adapt to that new fuel source, then things start to change. That adaptation phase is going to be different for you than it is me, than it is Daniela. It may be a day for me. It may be a week for you. It may be 2 weeks for her, right? So that's why we take this slow. And there's going to be a point in time, too, where life's going to get in the way and you're going to have a birthday party to go to, right? You're going to have something that's going on during the afternoon, or, you know, you have to be somewhere and you're going to be around some things and you're going to just do what you need to do. Live life. Don't hold yourself back. Yes, don't hold yourself back from certain things.
And another thing that I always say is don't compare your journey to somebody else's. There's people that have started this journey already. They have already gone through their first journey, you know, and they have gotten to a point where they have already maybe following a ketogenic diet prior to starting the ketones. And, they're already adapted. They already know how to count their macros. They already are at where their macros should be, like their fats are at 70% and everything. And sometimes we compare ourselves to those people and we're like, well, she's doing this, so why should I not? I want to go all in because I want to maximize my results. And what happens is that you jump in with so much on your plate that you're going to be overwhelmed. So we're here to hold your hand and help you make those changes little by little, not stressing you out. I mean, we don't want you to go and try to recreate absolutely every of your favorite meals the first week into a zero carb version, because that's going to be stressful, that's going to take time, and that's going to take a learning curve that is different for everybody. People that never cooked, I don't expect them to go and make all these crazy dishes and breads and pizzas and all these keto stuff that are great, but they're not ready for that yet.
So what we do too, guys, is we do a phone call with you, right? We like to use a Zoom platform, and we like to get a phone call with you because we want to know where you're at. We want to know where your starting point is, and we want to know where you're going. What are your goals? And we need to know that you're committed, right? So the commitment is going to be one of the biggest things here. It's going to be up to you. Now, you don't have to do that call. You can just order the drink the drink, and have great success and do it on your own. But one of the greatest things that comes along with just going ahead and being a customer of ours is we give you a calendar, and you get to set up your own calls on when those calls are. And we like to touch base once a week for about 10 to 15, maybe 20 minutes tops, just to find out where you're at, how you're doing, how we can optimize, the next day, right? Because this is always about optimization. This is always about becoming the best version of yourself. So there may be a time where things, plateau out a little bit. So how can we break through those plateaus? You're going to get access to a lot of our groups. We have the Facebook page here, Keto Every Day, obviously, that some of you are tuning into now. And then we also have tips, recipes, and more for the people that sign up for us that eventually want to start shifting that diet and making a little bit of a change. And that will happen, and it's going to happen organically and naturally, because the drink is the tool that's going to help that happen. People don't understand what I mean when I say that. This drink is straight brain fuel, guys. It lights your brain up to another level. So most people say, it feels like the lights have come back on in my brain. And when that happens, what ends up happening is you're giving your brain a superior fuel source. You're giving it jet fuel. You're no longer giving it regular gasoline. So that regular gasoline starts to clog things up in your brain and starts to stop those receptors from really powering the way they should, and it slows everything down. And then all of a sudden, you're not accepting that fuel source, that glucose, as an energy anymore into your cells, and all of a sudden it becomes an issue, and you're no longer utilizing glucose like you should be. So that's where the ketones comes in, and it lights you up to a different level. It changes your mindset. You don't crave those carbs and sugars as much anymore. Now, some of you are going to have those times where you got to go out. You're going to have family time. You're going to do things, right? And you're going to pick those times where you're going to go out and you're going to have a good time. You're going to try to make a better choice, right? So like if you're looking at something on the menu and you got two options and one seems a little more low carb than the other one, then obviously try to go a little more low carb. But I would also say this, on that day that you realize you're going to go out and you're going to do that, I would say step this up to a second serving, because what this is going to do is it's going to help keep you compliant. What that means is before you walk out the door to go to your dinner, to go to your party, wherever it is you're going, take one, drink it down, because what it's going to do is it's going to help you slow down those carb and sugar cravings. So when you get to your favorite restaurant and you decide that you want, what you used to eat, and it might be a little carby, it might be sugary and things like that, you're going to notice where you don't eat as much of it as you would have eaten in the past, because now you're satiated. Okay, now you're making better decisions because your brain has the fuel that it needs. Then I would also say next day, stick with the 2 a day again, especially people that are very addicted to certain things when it comes to carbs and sugars, right? And I wouldn't say for those people to go out and have one of those days those days where you just kind of enjoy whatever it is you want too often, especially in the beginning, because you need to switch your mindset. And if you go do that too often, what's going to happen is the next day you wake up, your body's going to crave those things again, right? That's why we want you to have 2 more ketones the next day, because it's going to help keep you compliant on being able to stay away from the cravings. So it's going to light your brain up again, and it's going to give you the fuel source that you need where you don't crave those carbs and sugars as much. So for me, that's the magic to this. And Daniela, I'd like you to tune in and chime in here a little bit and just say, maybe a little bit about people starting their journey. And a lot of people start their journey because of a weight loss journey, but where they end up from there.
Yeah. So, every day we hear different stories, different experiences from people that have started the ketones. And it's amazing because most, like maybe 80% or 90% of the people, they come to this because they want to lose weight or because they need to get, just their markers better, like, the high cholesterol, things like that. And they go like, I need to do this because of this reason. And it's often focused on the weight loss. And it's amazing because after a month or two, where they're already having all these amazing results and achievements, we see that they are changing. They're changing, and their goal changes completely. They go, well, I started because I needed to lose 50 pounds or 20 pounds or 30 pounds. But, I want to keep doing this because I feel amazing. My mood is better. I feel less stressed. I know I can handle things more calmly. I know that I can, manage my daily tasks in more efficient ways. I know that now I'm more joyful. I'm more social. And, it's not just, obviously it has to do with the way these ketones work on your brain, but also, it has to do with the way everybody comes together. We have a great community, and we have a great support system where you're going to meet new friends every day. We might not be always available all the time, but there's always somebody else. And that's the beauty of this, because when we start this journey, we're not alone, and you're always going to have somebody to listen to you. At least we have these amazing groups where we can, chime in and, post recipes, share different experiences, because everybody's different. And sometimes people have different reactions, and, they just feel out some way that they've never felt before, and they get concerned, or they get excited, and they're like, oh my God, my hands are tingling. Oh my God, I was cold, or things like that. And then when you have somebody else telling you, oh, don't worry, that's normal, that happens, and it's gonna be great, and or do this, and we're always there monitoring everything. But it is amazing to see all our community contributing to each other, right?
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
what else?
That is an amazing part about what we have. The community behind it, the people
Yeah.
behind it, the support that you have. That's the difference between us and anything else, right? Like, so now, 3 years ago when I started this journey, there was no other ketones on the market. You couldn't go to a store and actually purchase a ketone off of a shelf. There was no exogenous ketones. We are the category kings. And what does that mean? That means we led the marketplace in bringing this to the shelves, bringing this out to people. And a lot of people ask, why you don't see this in certain, spots where you can pick it up. The reason why is we lead with education. Okay, we come out and we do exactly what we do. We build a community around this. We lead with education. And the biggest thing behind that is there's a lot of these other things that you go out there and you say, hey, can I get this? Can I get that? They're not going to know what to tell you in the store, what's good and what's not. I know this, okay? I know the company that I stand behind and that, stands behind us 100%, is innovating, okay? Is the only product out there with a naturally fermented ketone. And what does that mean? That means it's bioidentical to what your body creates. So It's as natural as you're going to get, and the results are just tremendous that we're seeing from people all over the place. 3 years ago, there was nothing. 3 years ago, when I asked people about keto, they're like, keto, what is that? Is that like a Keystone beer? So people just didn't know, right? So through these last 3 years, I've been able to be part of the education process in that. I've been able to get on here and educate people, and we're going to have an event at 365 Multi-Services come up on November, I believe, 13th.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. And what is it going to be? It's going to be a paid event. It's going to be $20 for a ticket. You guys come in. You're going to get to try some of the product. But more than that, you're going to get educated on what we have. Okay. You're going to get educated not only on what we have here, but a lifestyle. You're going to get educated on how to make a shift. Okay. That's really what this is about. It's about making a shift in your life to be able to make a shift in your kid's life. It starts out with you wanting to make a change, but what ends up happening is it ends up not being about you. Okay, it ends up being about your family members. It ends up being about the people around you. It ends up being about the people that love you. It ends up about being able to make generational shifts, meaning for generations to come. So when I can make a shift in your life for you to become 1% better every day and just be happier and play with your kids in the afternoon because you don't want to take a nap, that's huge in itself. But now when we can start to shift what you're doing in the kitchen, how you're looking at your ingredients when you go to the grocery store, how we've been able to make the market flip when it comes to marketing on certain food products now out there. It used to be less fat, no fat. Now you see nothing less fat, no fat. Now you see everything low carb, no sugar. There's a reason for that. It's been a 3-year journey for me to see that shift happen. And this isn't here to go anywhere. This is here to stay. And what I get excited about that is that means my kids and their kids and my great grandkids get to be part of that shift too. We get to leave an imprint on them growing up into a healthier lifestyle. Okay. Hopefully into less diabetes, less childhood diabetes, less cancer, all those things, less pharmaceuticals, less getting people hooked on drugs, less all of that stuff. Right. So that's a very big passion for me because addiction is real, guys. It hits so many different people out there, and probably people close to you that you don't even realize have been hit with addiction. And in my eyes, a big portion of that falls on the pharmaceutical companies, just out there pushing pills. So for me to be able to make a shift in that is absolutely amazing. So, with that being said, guys, those are some of the ways we're going to start to optimize and change the way that you see things, change the way that you're living, change the way that you're feeling every day. I say this a lot of times too. You don't know what you don't know. So when we all wake up and we go through life in a fog, and what do I mean by that is you just wake up and you go through your daily routine. You get up and you're not grateful in the morning. You get up and you have negative thoughts. You get up and you just feel like, you know what, I'm achy because that's age and that's the way it should be, right? And then all of a sudden you utilize something. You utilize a tool, a jet fuel that makes you feel like, wow, like you just took a windshield and scraped all the love bugs off of it and now you can see through it again. So you lifted that fog up and you're like, what is this? And it seems odd at first, but in reality, that's what you should be feeling. That's the way we should be walking around life every day. So you don't know what you don't know. So when you just go through that grind every day, the problem is until you find something new, now all of a sudden you see the shift. And I say that with people that have been on this journey for a while too. You feel so good for so long that you're like, I don't know. I don't even know if this stuff is working anymore. And the first thing I tell them is I say, well, hey, how about this? Stop it for about 3-4 days, maybe a week, and see how you feel. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, you're not going to go through any withdrawals or have any symptoms or anything like that. But what's going to start to happen is all of a sudden, you're going to start craving those carbs and sugars a little bit more. That cake's going to look a little bit better to you than it did a week ago. You're probably going to wake up a little more lethargic in the morning than you have been. You're probably going to get behind your computer and go, well, what was my next thing that I have to do? You're going to start to see that brain fog creep back in. You're going to start to not feel so good in the mornings anymore. You're going to start to crave those things. So you just go back to, I guess, if you want to call it feeling normal, whatever that might be, right? That's how you're going to feel. So, with that being said, we're here to always optimize exactly what it is that you're doing, guys. We're here and committed to you as much as you're committed to us. We're not going to chase you down, right? So if you guys are part of our community and you guys are on our program and you guys are utilizing our product and maybe you guys aren't even utilizing the product. I have a lot of people that just chime in every now and then, send me messages like, hey, should I be eating this if I'm trying to do keto? And I'm like, no, there's rice in it, or whatever it may be. And they just don't know, right? So for me, that's the education part. Somebody's trying to do keto and sending me a picture of something and they're like, is this okay for keto? And I'm like, no, there's 6 grams of sugar in it here. That's only for 1 serving and this, and this, But these are things we get all the time. So that's why we lead with education. That's why we have these educational workshops at the 365 multi-services. We do these in different places and we do it to bring you guys value. So that's what I got. What do you got?
No, nothing. Well, I just want to tell you guys.
You got more than nothing. Come on.
Well, I want to tell you guys that this weekend on Sunday, we're doing our monthly keto reboot, and I'm very excited. I'm definitely ready for a reboot. We're all human. Sometimes we all slip up, and you might fall out of ketosis. You're back in ketosis via our ketones, but you know that your system needs a little reset, and we're starting that on Sunday. If you still need a keto reboot kit, we still have some, so get with us soon so that we don't run out. And definitely I'm very excited and looking forward to that. So be mindful just on these days leading towards the reboot, and don't overeat. Do not exceed too many carbs if you're not doing the ketogenic diet. Just to try to eat very clean, try to stay away from sugar, sodas, and alcohol, and then we'll be ready on Sunday. If you cannot stay away from any of that, don't worry, we're going to be rebooting, we're going to be fine. But it is always easier when you actually stop doing those things before.
At least slow it down, right? It's about the setup, right? It's about getting geared up to do it. I've done it so many different ways. I've done about 21 or 22 of these reboots now, and you may be asking yourself, what is a reboot? It's really, we just reset our metabolism. And what does that mean? Like sometimes these computers and phones, they get some bugs in them, they get some viruses, and they slow way down. And what do you do to clean it out? You hit the reset button, right? So you go in there, you wipe everything clean, and then all of a sudden it's working better again. So when we hit the reset button on our metabolism, what that means is we have a scientifically backed product kit that comes with everything you're going to need for 2.5 days. So that means there's an instruction sheet in there. It tells you when you're going to drink, what you're going to drink, and it's going to give you the fuel source to be a mom, be a dad, be a business owner, whatever it is you do on a regular, everyday basis to get through that 2.5 days and not consume any caloric intake when it comes to food. So that's amazing. We'll touch base again another time on what we call the 10-day fall into ketosis, because that's something else, another challenge, a 10-day challenge that sets your body up, again, scientifically backed, to be able to set your body up to get into nutritional ketosis, to make that shift. So if you haven't gotten a kid, or if you're new and you've never tried ketones, that is the best way to get started too, because you're going to be able to try all our products that are our main products that come in the reboot too. So you're going to definitely be in ketosis in 10 days. And you're going to get everything you need there. You're going to get the AM and PM Signal OS pills. You're going to get the bone broth, the Keto OS Pro. You're going to get 10 ketones for the 10 days. You're going to get 10 electrolytes like he was showing before, the Mitoplex. And it is a great little box. I love it. And if you're interested in getting started, that's a great way to do it. We also have those available. If you're local, you can pick it up from us. If you're not local, we can mail it to you and we can make it happen. If not, I don't know if they're available in the website right now, but they are not. But we have them. So if you need them, let us know. Guys, I would also encourage you to check us out on YouTube, Keto Every Day on YouTube. It's something that we've just got up and running in the last couple of days. Workouts.
And we'll post a link right under these comments.
Workouts on there. And guys, if you're looking at me and watching us on my personal page, Keto Every Day on Facebook is a great way to get some more information. We do the lives and stuff in there also, but we also have just good information on there when it comes down to different doctors, scientists that back what it is that we do. Every Wednesday too, guys, and if you're interested in this, please type in Doctors on Wednesdays down below, because we'll send you a link for this. Our company has a doctor that goes live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern and answers questions live, kind of like we're on live right now. And I wish you guys were asking all the questions that you wanted the answers to right now. And they actually sit there and they answer those questions. So if you have any medical questions or concerns, I would veer you towards them. Not that we don't have the answer for you, but we're not the professionals when it comes to that. We're not doctors, right? So why wouldn't you want to hear it from the doctor? We can actually tell it, but hear it from the doctor. So that's another thing that's absolutely amazing with the company is every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they go live, and it's about a 30-minute live normally. Jump in there, ask any questions whatsoever. The company also has amazing YouTube channel, Prove It TV app. Get all your information from there. Doctor, scientist, everything you need to know. Guys, I'm just super excited to have each and every one of you on this journey with us. Whether you're utilizing our product or not, whether you're just chiming in and asking some questions and kind of just taking a look from the outside in to see what we got going on here. We know your time is going to be soon. We know it's going to be eventually. It may not be today. But you're watching this for a reason, right? You're looking for something more, because I believe this, and every one of us out there, we're always looking for something more, right? I've been able to, lean on my faith a lot and give all glory to God every morning that I wake up to be able to come to you guys and do this, and wake up every day with breath, right? Because, nobody's guaranteed that. But I understand this, every day you wake up, you should be looking for better, whatever that may be, right? You always want to strive for more. That's just really what it's about. And inspiring others to do the same. So if you guys have had amazing journeys out there, utilizing our product, or even just a ketogenic diet, or even a low carb diet, or even a Whole30 diet, you know what I mean? We're not biased here to any lifestyle, right? What we are is we want to just have success for you. So that's why we have that phone call, because we want to set you up for success. We don't just want to say, here, you got to do the ketogenic diet. Here's some ketones. Have a nice day. We'll see you later. No, if you're going to tell me you want to do the ketogenic diet, but you're not going to stop eating pizzas on a Friday night, then you know what? We're going to be like, the ketogenic diet is really not for you. But we can get close to it. We can get you in a state of ketosis through the drink. It's the amazing tool that's going to help you make all kinds of shifts in your life. And then we may just want to go a little bit low carb. And when you want to have that pizza on Friday night, because that's what your family routine is, you can still have that pizza on Friday night, which is amazing, guys. So again, we've been on for about 37 minutes now. Please do this. Ask any questions down below. Please ask questions, guys. We're here for you guys. We don't want to just come on here. And there's been a couple times where, we've been busy a lot lately, but we haven't gone live as much. And it's not because we don't want to go live. We have been very busy, had some life things come up, and it just happens, right? But we want to make sure we're adding value to you guys every time. So please, if you have any questions on intermittent eating, maybe you have some questions on OMAD, maybe you have some questions on carnivore, maybe you've heard all these great things out there and you got some questions on it, please ask those questions. And if for some reason we don't get back to you and answer that question the very first time, we are super busy, ask that question again. Ask that question again.
Sometimes we overlook things because, we just have tons of messages, and, it's like, oh my God, where those messages went. And, sometimes they just go all the way to the bottom. Or if we share a video or an information, then all our messages get pushed down. So sometimes just be patient, and we're here for you at all times, no matter what. And if you cannot reach us for any reason, just pick up the phone. You have our numbers. You have our Facebooks. Just give us a call, anything, email, whatever you need. And another thing that I want to do is that I do want to thank you all for tuning in, and also for going to our YouTube channel, because I love it. We already have some people are usual amazing lovers for Keto Every Day. So we had Jonathan and Robin there, and me, definitely. So I want to thank you guys for going to the YouTube channel too. And don't forget to subscribe and I don't know. I'm not very
You hit the
versed
little
in
bell
this.
down there, so when we bring new value to you guys, it'll alert you that you guys got new value. And then not only that, share it out, guys. You know, if you're getting value out of what we're doing, because on there it's not just about this, right? We also have some great, amazing workouts that we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Typically, sometimes that might change. We are at the Barn facility down in Pompano Beach. It's a sports facility down there called the Barn Sports Facility. You guys might want to check it out if you're down in Broward County. Meet us down there one time, get a workout, right? So what we do is I go with James Devlon. He's an amazing trainer. He's a retired firefighter of 12 years. And this guy has tons of different accolades, nutritionist. I mean, he knows what he's talking about, right? So he's on there a lot with us. We run boot camps, guys. We're trying to get that set up a little more on the regular, where we do that every Saturday. Trying to get the date and times down on that, but boot camps for you guys. And we just try to bring value, right? Because usually what ends up happening when people start this journey, they want more, right? They want more. They want to start doing more. So we just want to make sure that we're able to give you guys a full, well-rounded system where you guys can plug into and get everything that you're looking for. And if there's something else that you think, you know, we might be able to utilize, drop it down in the comments below. We just, hooked up and been able to start working with some amazing people, real close over here in Boynton Beach that do a lot of blood work, guys. If you guys are out there and allergy tests and nutritionists and things like that.
And food sensitivities and stuff. So,
Absolutely.
Check your hormones.
Everything,
just make
sure
that
themselves, you guys
make sure that you are like at the optimal health level. And we really love this place, and we're gonna be partnering up with them hopefully. So we'll see. We'll keep you tuned.
I don't want to see anything. I'm going to tell you right now, we're partnering up with those guys. Listen, I speak it out in the universe, guys, right? So
yes, but I didn't want to reveal the secret yet.
I didn't tell where it was, but I'm just telling you, I'm confident that we're going to hook up and we're going to do amazing things with these people. Because one of the biggest things is like knowing where you're at. So if you can go in and get your blood work done and find out if you're pre-diabetic, right? Find out where your sugar levels are. Find out where your hormones are, right? Find out where all these things are. And you maybe have a knee pain or a joint pain, and you can find out, you can get those things worked on, even through the ketones and the inflammation reduction and diet change. We're just getting such a well-rounded system going here, and God has been aligning us with the right people at the right time for the right reasons. There's no coincidences that we meet these people. So if you guys have something out there that you would like to, add to our program or see if it can fit good or whatever it is, guys, we're always open, right? We want each and every one of you to have the best journey possible. So that's what we're here for, and I'm super excited.
Me too. I am super excited. And don't forget that tomorrow night we have the Keto Life Party, and you're welcome to show up. Let us know RSVP so that we can know that you're coming, know what to prepare. And I'm very excited. Bring some friends, invite new people. We want to share this conversation as much as we can, and we'll be here.
That's what this is about, guys. It's about inspiring others to be better, right? So if you're feeling good, you've been to a couple of these Keto Life parties and you're like, wow, I've heard some things there that have really touched me and changed me in certain ways. Invite somebody, invite a friend. I tell people all the time, you feel so good. Don't be selfish, right? What about your mom? What about your dad? What about your aunt, your uncle? Don't you know people around you that would want to feel as good as you're feeling right now? That was the passion for me, and that's why I go back to that. I knew I felt so good that if I was feeling like this, the people I loved around me needed to feel the same exact way that I was. So sharing became a passion. I wasn't letting anybody walk by me without taking a drink, because I was like, you're going to light up on fire. And they did, right? So, and again, everybody's journey is different. So we love you guys. We're super blessed to have each and every one of you. We'll see you tomorrow.
We love you, guys. Sorry we didn't say hi to all of you because
it's kind of hard right now. We're looking at one thing.
We have 3 computers and we're like,
I'm pretty focused. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I have too many things. I can't be looking at so many screens. Yeah. It's driving me nuts.
I've had a few ketones today, so I'm on fire.
I know. You're done for the day.
Never. I'm going to have another one.
No.
Right now. I just had an electrolyte, which was amazing. I'm going to keep you hydrated. So, guys, again, appreciate it.
Guys, we love you.
Check out the YouTube channel, please. There's going to be a lot more great content coming on there.
I'll drop the link.
Who knows where you're going to see us next? TikTok. What's a new thing down there now? Or maybe we'll get on TikTok.
Listen, we're trying to dominate all these platforms.
I think
little by
really
little.
what's going to be next for us guys, and then maybe you guys, can chime in on this, but I'm thinking more podcasts, right? I'm thinking, 30, 40-minute podcast, something like that, where we
or
interview
3-hour
some people.
podcast, like
Yeah, whatever, man. I'm all game. Maybe where we can get some higher level people in,
Buenas noches.
and we get to do some interviews and things like that, and get people's experiences. So love you guys, appreciate
love
you.
you.
Keto every day.
Keto every day. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. I shut this one down.
Oh, how? Bye.
Amazing.